in addition to that quick selection tool, we have the magic wand tool. Now the magic wand tool works with a completely different concept. In fact, this will be on the quiz in some reference. And the magic wand tool is what's called a color-based selection tool. So it selects based on color specifically. And you identify that color by simply clicking on the actual pixel. So again, in this scenario, if I'm trying to make a selection of the sand dollar, and I use this magic wand tool and I click somewhere in the sand dollar, notice it didn't select the entire sand dollar. It missed some parts of the sand dollar. And that's because you can't see it now because I'm not zoomed in close enough. But if I was to zoom into this sand dollar, then obviously we can see our pixels are variations of a similar color, but it's not the exact same color. So depending on where I actually clicked with my magic wand tool, it might have selected these darker pixels, but not selected the lighter pixels. And therefore, it just doesn't pick them up when you make the selection. Now, with that tool, of course, we do have some refinements that we can apply, and that's what's called the tolerance value up here in the options bar. It has a default setting of 32. So tolerance, of course, is just like tolerance in life. The bigger the number, the more tolerant we are, which means it's going to select a wider variation of the color that I clicked on. If the tolerance value is lower, then it's going to be very precise to the color that I selected. So this sand dollar is a great example of that, because if I go in here and I reduce the tolerance value to an even lower number, like 5, and depending on where I click on the sand dollar, notice it now has only selected a very small portion of that sand dollar. Whereas if I go up to the tolerance value and I type in 100 and try to click roughly in the same area of the sand dollar as I did a minute ago, now it selects the entire sand dollar. Because it's not only looking for the color of pixel that I clicked on, it's also looking at variations of that color. Now there's another feature you have to pay attention to with this tool as well. So I'm going to go back to the tolerance value of 5 because it's going to be a little bit easier to see in this example. So at a very small tolerance, when I click in the sand dollar, again, it only selects a small portion of it. And again, depending on specifically where I actually click, it could be a very, very small selection, or it could be a medium-sized selection. But more importantly, the other piece to this puzzle that you have to pay attention to, as far as the settings of this tool, is what's called contiguous. It's this one right here. So if that has a check mark, that means that whatever color pixel I click on, it's also going to select other pixels of similar value as long as they're touching. If I uncheck that and I click roughly in the same area, now it's looking for any pixels in that image of similar color, whether they touch or not. And you can see here, that's why we get these random selections way over here on the other side of the sand dollar. It's because that cluster is still the same color of pixels that I clicked on. It's just they're not touching anymore. Another example of that would be something like this image down here at the bottom where we have a variation of color. If I uncheck contiguous, so that means the pixels don't have to be touching, and I click in one of these color stripes, notice it picks up the same cluster in every stripe as long as that cluster of pixels exists.